So what do we have here? The object of our desire. And what we desire is fresh jalapeno peppers. And they've got some beauties. Some nice, big, unblemished peppers. If you want to stuff jalapenos, you want a really good sized pepper. And I see right next to the peppers, we've got some wonderful mushrooms and some big mushrooms. So I think we're going to grab a couple of these mushrooms, we're going to stuff them, we're going to bake them with our jalapenos. On the other side of the jalapenos, I'm just noticing, they've got some great big ripe tomatoes. I think maybe we'll do something with these tomatoes. I'm going to wander around this market. They've got all kinds of good, fresh stuff. If you don't know what it is, don't be afraid to ask the guys. They'll help you. Sometimes they even let you have a sample of what it is. Try something new. So we're going to pick up some of this produce. We're going to take it home, and I think we're going to get cooking. God, this looks awesome. These little tomatoes are great, but we're actually going to do something a little bit different than you see typically done with cherry tomatoes. And I can tell you, it does have something to do with jalapenos. And as you can see, I have a variety of peppers laid out here on the hood of the old gal. It's starting to get ready to rain on us. As a matter of fact, it's starting to sprinkle right now. So we're going to grab our produce, and we're going to put the top back up, and we're going to head home. But I have something sinister in mind with these particular peppers. I think we'll put the plan into action when we get back to the Keys kitchen. Well, you know what they say, if you don't like the weather in South Florida, wait 5 minutes. I'm sure it'll change. Well, seeing as how I can't get the boat going, I figured we're safely tied to the dock. I'm not going to be doing any drinking and driving. We certainly don't condone that here in the Keys, especially on the water. Always safety first. I've put out a few extra hurricane lines, as a matter of fact, just in case things get a little bit crazy. But I figured, seeing as how we're on top of the pilot house, I'd whip up a special cocktail. I think I'm going to do a pilot house topper captain stopper. Some friends of mine up the road in Fort Lauderdale really wanted me to do a cocktail that they sent me all the way over from the Bahamas. It's some sort of a colorful bird. It may have a yellowish tinge to it. But I think we're going to save that for another episode. So in this particular cocktail, we're going to mix up a few of the drinks that my friends that are captains and locals like to drink. We always like to start off with a little bit of rum. Whenever in the Keys, people usually travel with rum in some form, light, dark, medium, or in between. So we've got a rum there. We're also traveling with Captain Morgan, that is. Captain's on board today. We've got some Parrot Bay coconut. We've got a little flavored Captain Morgan mango. And I got a special surprise for the rest of my friends that are also captains out there as well. We're going to top this cocktail off at the very end with that. But as you guys know, typically we do not like to start with ice. So what I've got over here is my glass. I'm chilling that out so it will be nice and cold when we put our refreshing libations in it. All right, so let's start off with a little of this Myers Jamaican rum. And there really wasn't much of that rum there, so I think we'll bring in a little backup. I think we'll bring in a little Captain White. This is a wonderful, smooth, light rum. Certainly my favorite choice when it comes to white rum. All right, so now that we have our rums in here, let's bring a little flavor to the table. Here's some mango. When you think about the tropics and you think about the islands, quite often you think about fresh tropical fruit. Well, mango's nice. I don't want a huge amount of it, just a pinch, or maybe a pinch and a half. To give it that tropical, refreshing scent. Now, obviously, everybody knows that here in the Keys, we've got lots and lots of coconut trees. Well, we also happen to have lots and lots of coconut rum. Matter of fact, we have a surplus of coconut rum, so I'm going to do my best to make sure that we can fulfill our quota this particular season. 1 coconut, 2 coconut, that's right, 3. Thanks for counting along at home. We're going to mix this all around just a little bit. And my mix of choice is actually going to be half iced tea and half lemonade. Almost similar to a Long Island iced tea, so to speak. Great colors, great smell. Oh, that smells outstanding. One thing I always encourage everyone to do is try to avoid scurvy at all costs. We usually have a fresh key lime about the area. I just happened to pluck this one off the tree in the backyard. All right, well, every official local Keys cocktail should always be adorned with a fresh Keys key lime whenever possible. So we're going to put half of this key lime into our cocktail. We're going to mix that around. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Now we're going to start over with fresh ice. We don't want to be using any old ice while performing the task of whipping up a pilot house topper Captain stopper.
You're doing that all wrong.
So we've got our fresh ice. We're going to add our cocktail directly over top of this. Now to finish this cocktail off and make it even more Captain-like and Captain approved, we're going to put a floater of Hennessy cognac on top, because any good captain knows that a little Hennessy always helps the tide rise. Here's our other half of our key lime. Little topper on that. Stirred and slightly rocked, but not shaken. Keys cocktail, the pilot house topper, Captain stopper. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. That Hennessy transformed everything. Outstanding. But as you know, we're not big fans of fancy glasses. We're more of the solo cup variety. So we're going to switch gears, get into our solo cup. Remember, as we always say, when working out in the great outdoors, don't get dehydrated, especially when cooking by the seaside with Chef Buck Naked. Cheers.